is the matter of the CEO of CR17 Resources, Mike Deke, who has donated money to the CR17, or who donated money to the CR17 campaign. And yeah, guys, so obviously it's been on the news for quite some time now, and people are really upset, and they're calling Cyril corrupt and making all sorts of allegations about Mike Deke and how he's ended up landing a contract at Eskom or whatever the case may be. Okay, so I thought, first of all, let me set the record straight. Every country for the longest time, and even Thabo Mbeki, your Mr. Squeaky Clean, Nelson Mandela had donors. Everybody has a donor. You are entitled to fund a campaign of the political party or the political individual which you actually support or best see fit serving your interests as a business person. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's what we actually have to do. You know, there's nothing, that's what we're here to do when we vote. We're voting for the political party that's actually going to represent our interests the best, you know. So I don't see what the issue is when it's within one political organization and certain donors fund a certain candidates. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to fund the candidates of your choice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I don't see why people are making so much noise about it. And honestly speaking, South Africans, I don't know what's happening with this whole thing of trying to not seem corrupt, or it's just really, it's getting out of hand. Lobbying has been done for many years in the USA. It's been done everywhere else in the world. It's normal. But here in South Africa, it's called corruption. So honestly speaking, I don't see what the issue is here. And yeah, guys, so Mike Deke has been obviously thrown under the bus and been exposed as one of the funders of the CR17 campaign. And I think once again it's a smear on black people, because how many white donors were on that list? I mean, we have Nikki Oppenheimer, we have Maria Ramos, we have so many white people that are very big and doing very well in business that also donated way more than actually the young 600,000 only 600,000 that Mike Deke actually donated to CR's campaign. So honestly speaking, why are we talking about this? There's literally people that actually donated 120 million rands alone, one company, you know. So honestly speaking, it's one of those topics that is so boring, and it's once again a victimization of black people, and basically trying to paint a picture that black people can never do things and never do business based on competence, you know, and it has to be based on relationships and who you know and who you don't know. That's nonsense. Mike Deke has been in the game for a very long time. He is the CEO of CR17 Resources. Prior to that, he was the former CEO of Optimum Coal, which we all know very well, and of course the former chairperson of the Richards Bay Coal Terminal. So he's been in the coal industry. He knows the industry very well. He's one of our, you know, our great minds, I'd say, in terms of the industry. He knows it inside and out. You know, so honestly speaking, guys, trying to discredit him just because now he's ultimately trying to acquire a company that's supplying coal to Eskom is honestly dirty political tactics, and once again, like an attempt to just discredit black people. And honestly, guys, it's sad. Stop doing that thing, you know. And honestly, CR17 actually is one of the largest coal producers in the country. It's actually one of the second largest. So it's already been supplying Eskom for a very long time, you know. And of course, now they want to do the acquisition and they want to buy SAIC, which basically is owned by South 32 and supplies about 18% of the requirements of the core requirements from Eskom. And ultimately that's where this big hoo-ha comes from now. So he's buying a company that supplies Eskom already, and through that's how he's landed up with the new Eskom deal. Honestly, guys, get your facts straight and stop talking nonsense, honestly speaking. And yeah, so we have reached out to Mr. Deke, and hopefully we'll be hearing from him later on in the week, and just basically to say, hear his side of the story, give, you know, context, and more importantly, guys, it's always fair to give an individual the right to reply and the right to be heard, and not to be labeled as all sorts of things that he's been called now on social media, and people calling for CR to basically, CR, don't disclose that list. Never disclose that. Wherever they got that list from, it can never be confirmed or denied, but do not disclose that list, because it's got absolutely nothing to do with anybody besides yourself.